I grew up in hospitality. My dad worked in the sector quite a long time ago now, in the food service sector, mostly London, but abroad as well. So, unlike many, when I left university, I knew about contract catering. I knew about the sector, which was a big advantage because, as you'll probably know, it's still a pretty unrepresented sector in many ways, certainly within universities. But when I finished school, I went to Oxford Brookes University. I did hotel restaurant management, and in my second year of the university, it was a placement year, and I did that in a small company at the time called Baxter Smith. That's where I met Dave, my business partner. Actually, he was one of the ops managers, and I was doing my year sort of experience. And I had a pretty good 12, 13-month program there, everything from a bit of time in the kitchen right through to some management, bit of mobilization, bit around finance. So I had a really good, I guess, look into the sector, which I then wanted to join. After leaving university, I joined what then had become Baxter Story. And I had 7 really good years with Baxter Story, all in operations. So I did some time in Scotland, a few years up in Scotland. I spent some time in London and also got involved in the mobilization of Baxter Story Europe at the time, which was a a sort of very interesting, challenging, but rewarding experience in equal measure. Um, and then I guess I wanted to move into a sales role because I think my longer term journey was always to set my own business up. I didn't have any timescales in that, but my longer term ambition was to do that, and definitely sales was a skill set I'd yet to develop and a role I'd yet to do. So I went to go and work for Bartlett Mitchell at the time as sales director. So joined there, about 10 years ago now. And I did 4.5 years with Bartlett Mitchell. I had 4.5 brilliant years, met some great people, worked with some really amazing people. Um, and I guess the reason we set the business up when we did, I think there's a few things really. I mean, historically, the sector has moved in cycles, and there hadn't been a new startup for quite some time. And there had been a lot of consolidation in the sector um, in the sort of 2, 3 years leading up to us setting up business. I think the feedback from clients, from consultants, and from others was saying, there's less choice for small independents, and there's sort of a lack of variety in that sort of small boutique caterer space. So we thought we'd do it at that time, and actually we had some really good quick success. Little did we know COVID was around the corner, but perhaps we wouldn't have done it if we'd known. So blessing in disguise in some ways. So yeah, we set up Houston and Hawks in 2019, myself and my business partner, Dave Hawke. So Dave, as I say, we met many years ago at Baxter Smith. He stayed with Baxter Story throughout his career and became managing director of their central division. And I then left Bartlett Mitchell in 2019. Houston and Hawks was born at that stage. And I think, we've had 6 years has flown by. We've had 6 pretty interesting, very successful years since, I'd say.